Jacob deGrom comes in number 6 behind Gerrit Cole, which is the second biggest atrocity on this list. The second biggest atrocity of their list. In the last 4 years, do you know how many times Gerrit Cole has been a better pitcher than Jacob deGrom? Statistically? I'll give you the answer. It's 0.
It's 0? Yeah, I was going to say
0 times. In the last 4 years, he's never had an ERA better than Jacob deGrom in any situation.
It's tough to do.
Anywhere. Mm-hmm. Anywhere. His best season here. Now, he gets rewarded because he had a 360 strikeout season. Mm-hmm. But that year, Jacob deGrom had a 1.70 ERA. You're not better than Jacob deGrom. At what point in time, and in this they say...
That was the season he should have had 30 wins, right?
Why he's here, yeah. Gerrit Cole, number 5, why he's here. Baseball's best pitcher admitted to being affected by the stop-and-start nature of last year's season. He is not baseball's best pitcher. He has not been. He has never been. It is Jacob deGrom. It is not close. At some point in time, we were all confused because Jake went from being a guy who wasn't supposed to be there, right? Late 20-something round draft pick, like was a shortstop, converted to pitcher. He's never supposed to. But we're talking now a guy who's been Rookie of the Year, right? Multiple Cy Young awards. Mm-hmm. This isn't recent. He has dominated since the day he started, and he hasn't let up, and he's only getting better.
Yes.
Gerrit Cole is a really good pitcher. He is top 5 pitchers in the game. Great. He is not better than Jacob deGrom. It's an absolute travesty to put him ahead of Jacob deGrom. There has to be a gap. And my point is, right there, Gerrit Cole is not better than Jacob. It's not close. It's not even remotely a conversation. Mm-hmm. Next. And now I am the guy who's always like, well, it's harder for American League pitchers because they have a DH. Mm-hmm. Well, last year Jacob had a better ERA and he had a DH in the National League.
Right.
So that's thrown out.
Yep.
It's thrown out. I can't look at it. And was a better pitcher and always is. Always is. So Jacob deGrom being behind Gerrit Cole, that you can't do that. That can't be a thing. I would put Jacob deGrom. I'd rather have Jake than Acuna. And
yes.
I wouldn't say, and Acuna is an amazing player, and I think he's an incredible player. Mm-hmm. But I would rather have deGrom over him, and I'd rather have Soto over Acuna.
Okay. Yeah.
Acuna, to me, has a lot of versatility. He does a lot more things. Soto, to me, is scary with a bat.
Yes.
Like, Soto, to me, is like, ooh, I got Barry Bonds vibes.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I got Barry Bonds vibes.
He comes out to the plate, and it's going to be a difficult out all the time.
And yeah, listen, last year was with a shortened season, but when you slug 700, like I don't know, I don't care if it's a 45 game stretch, guys. You slug 700 in 45 games. That's nutty scary, and he was 21 years old. And I think there's more to push there. But what's your take on the Gerrit Cole, Jacob deGrom thing?
Well, I think it goes back to like we were talking about before of like there's always a conversation of who's the 1-2, what are the differences there? And I know statistically, obviously, Jacob deGrom has been a step above. But there's obviously a lot of people who feel that skill-wise Gerrit Cole is neck and neck with him. I wholeheartedly agree that Jacob deGrom is a better pitcher. I think he should be higher on this list as well. I think he should be in the 3-4 spot.
Yeah.
Because I think when you're the best pitcher in baseball, you have to be valued as a top 3 player in the league. It's just there's always you have to have a good pitcher. You have to have the ace in the league, and then you can have other people be beneath that. I get you have a position player as your number 1 guy because they have to do a lot more things and whatever. But yeah, Jacob deGrom over Gerrit Cole, it's not close for me.
Yeah, and people will say, oh, well, position player plays every day, but a pitcher only, plays once every 5 days.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If Jacob deGrom's your pitcher, you score 2 runs, you win. Like, you can have a situation where Mike Trout hits 4 home runs in a single day and his numbers look great for an entire year, but they lost that game because you didn't have the pitching that backed it up. Your success in that game did not lead to victory. A pitcher can literally go out, shut out another team, and there's no conversation. The win is his.
Yep.
Right? So, like, I think wins are a bad reference because they rely on the offense, but I think success of a player, pitchers are so valuable when they can dominate to the level that a guy like Jake has for the time that he has. So I'm with you. I think 4 is where I would slot him because I do think Soto is going to be a freakazoid. So I don't want to put a pitcher above a guy who I think is a legendary bat potentially. But the fact that Freddie Freeman is the guy buttressing up right against Jacob deGrom, like Freddie Freeman should not be there.
Yeah, there feels like a significant gap there where Jacob deGrom needs to be higher.
Baseball lifestyle, it's my lifestyle.